Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. I know I haven't posted in quite a while, but I'm going to explain everything and catch you guys up on everything that's been happening in the past few months in this video, and you guys are definitely going to understand. So first things first, this video is going to be about prepping and packing for my trip. My man and I are finally going on vacation and I definitely need a reset. I've been throwing a lot of things in my suitcase, so my suitcase is pretty much full. However, it's not actually packed, if that makes sense. It just has a bunch of things that I think I want to take, but nothing is like actually packed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. And I also bought a lot of new things this weekend for my trip, so we need to add all of that as well. So before we get into the prepping and the packing of the trip, there's quite a few things that we need to go over because a lot has changed since I last uploaded. Now, ironically enough, the last time that I uploaded, I looked at the date right before filming this and I realized that it was actually January 10th. So when I posted that video, it was already pre-recorded and I scheduled it to be uploaded that day. On that day, something very special actually happened. I got engaged. My man proposed to me. So I am now a fiance. On top of me being a fiance now, there has been another huge change in the past few months. I don't know why I'm so nervous to announce this, but I am also expecting. Before people start looking at the timeline of when I got engaged versus how far along I am, which by the way, I am now 5 months, which is why I feel comfortable now announcing it to my social media. This video is going to be going up after I already announced on my Instagram and my TikTok. So this is not going to be like my actual big hurrah announcement, by the way. But when I got engaged, I was actually already pregnant. We just didn't know it. So before anybody starts speculating like, oh, I got engaged because I was pregnant, that's not the case. I was already pregnant. We just had no idea before I got engaged. Just saying. We already know the gender and everything. We already have a name picked out. I have such a mix of emotions because I haven't had a kid in 10 years, literally a whole decade. So I am quite nervous. This time around, obviously, like I said, it's been a decade. So my life is very different since the last time I was pregnant. I turned 29 in 5 days, which is why we're going on vacation, by the way. But the reason why I needed to announce this before I started the rest of the video is because the reason why we're going on this trip is because my birthday is on Tuesday. So like the second day that we land, it's going to be my birthday, so we're going to be celebrating that. We're also going to be celebrating my baby moon. For those of you who don't know, it's basically like when you spend time with your partner on a trip, just the two of you before the baby arrives, because you know that after the baby arrives, everything is just going to change. You guys are going to have a lot less time together, etc., etc. So another reason why I've also been MIA is because I got a new 9-to-5 job, and the job itself is great. Like, I love my new job. However, the commute is a pain in the butt. Sometimes it takes me an hour and a half up to 2 hours to get home because of the traffic on the highway, and it is so draining, especially being pregnant. It just literally, I get home some days and I just like go right to sleep. Honestly, like I don't even eat anything. I knock out when I get home because I'm just so exhausted, and it's not because of my job, it's because of the commute. So now that we got those announcements out of the way, now I feel like we can actually start this video and start prepping and packing for vacation. Okay, so let's get into the new things that I've gotten recently. The first thing is Sephora. I did not buy a lot. I know a lot of people like go absolutely bonkers during the Sephora sale, but if I'm being honest, there wasn't anything that I needed. This is the Caudalie Vinoperfect Brightening Dark Spot Serum. As you can see, I do have hyperpigmentation, which is really weird. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like somebody is watching my social media who doesn't like me, because my skin was perfect. Like, when I tell you, not a blemish in sight, it was absolutely perfect last week. Then I posted 3 TikTok videos like back to back to back, and everybody was like, oh my god, your skin is so good, your skin looks so good. And every single time I get comments like that in my videos, the next day I wake up with new pimples. So somebody's giving my skin mal de ojo, and I just know for a fact that somebody who doesn't like me is watching my social media. The reason why I picked this baby up is because I've heard nothing but amazing reviews with this for dark spots, and obviously, as you can tell, I got 2 new blemishes right now, right after I made that video. And honestly, it's been in my cart for a very long time, but because it's $82, Yeah, you heard that right. It's $82. I was not gonna buy this full price. I simply was not. So I was waiting for it to go on sale. And now that it was, I picked this baby up. I have makeup items from years ago. Probably from like my 2016 era, and they are 1000% expired. And they should not be in my collection anymore. And the majority of those items are my blushes. I haven't bought any new blushes in a really, really long time. The first item that I picked up is the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. I love that this is a powder and a cream duo. So this is the cream version and this is the powder version. And I feel like this is literally the most perfect item to take with me on my trip because I don't have to take now 2 different products. The next item that I got is this blush from Tower 28. I really like Tower 28. I feel like they're kind of an underrated brand. They have a lot of good products and they're also a clean brand as well. I got their Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush in the shade Long Beach Iced Tea. I don't know if the shade is Long Beach or if it's iced tea or the entire thing together, but that's just what it says on the back. I feel like this is the most perfect nude blush in my opinion for my skin complexion, and I think it's gonna look so pretty on my skin. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this one is a lot more nude, and I think I'm gonna take both of these on my trip. The next product that I got is also very random, but I feel like this brand is so underrated, and it's another clean brand at Sephora. It's called Ilia, and I picked up their Sun Shift Cream Bronzer. I am a sucker for cream bronzers. However, if I'm being honest, I thought this was actually a powdered version of the cream bronzer. I didn't read it before I bought it, but regardless, I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it has like a sheen to it. And I think this is going to look stunning on the skin when I have a tan. Oh my gosh, like it is just so beautiful. I cannot wait to play with this. And the product is pretty big compared to other products at Sephora. So I feel like you would definitely get a good bang for your buck with this one. Up next, I went to the hair shop to buy new clip-in extensions because the hair extensions that I got are too warm for my new color that I have. This is more of like a cool tones and a little bit lighter shade. Last items that I got are from Skims. For those of you who don't know, I was actually part of the team that helped to get the New York Skim store together. So because I worked on the team getting the store together, I get 50% off the entire store basically forever. And because of that, I decided to get 3 of their cotton jersey shirts. Now I know there's a lot of people that say that there's so many dupes for this. I'm gonna be very honest, I have tried 3 Amazon dupes and 1 Shein dupe that everybody says are dupes for these shirts, and they're not. Now, I will say that I can only vouch for the cotton jersey shirts. She does have a lot of different shirts, cotton rib, fits everybody, and a bunch of other ones that I will say the quality can probably be duped, but this is the only shirt that she has that I can truly say I have yet to find a dupe, because these actually are form fitting to your body.
Check out for me way before you knew my name. But when I try to lean, you go in my head. No, I'm not crazy, babe. Chemistry is so insane. Why you playing games? You know it's so obvious to see that you want me. What's the hold up? I got places to go, I got people to see, I got things to do. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna shoot your shot wide open? Better make a move. TikTok, what's the motion? You already know I'm out here doing me, and I'm waiting around. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna shoot your shot wide open? Better make a move. TikTok, what's the motion? What is the motion, babe? Are you gonna swing my way? You see me shining, I'm on my grind, so I don't got time to wait. I'm all on your timeline, got you tuned in like it's prime time. Zoom in, got you focused. Bet you thought I didn't notice. You be out here lurking, be more assertive. All of this flirting, maybe this could work if you weren't so nervous. Just say the word and maybe we can turn it all around. See what it's about. No, I'm not crazy.
It's been some hours since we spoke. I took a nap because this pregnancy is just taking me the fuck out. And I obviously showered and got myself together. I did not finish packing my small items like my hair products, my makeup, my skincare products, things like that. But I took a little break and I was scrolling on TikTok, and I was like, wait a damn minute, I didn't know that Ulta was having a 20% off at the same time the Sephora sale was going on. And the Ulta sale actually ends tomorrow, so it was definitely meant for me to see that video. So I was like, you know what, let me go pick this baby up, because I definitely don't have time for me to make like an online order. My way to Ulta right now to pick up the Kylie skin tint. I have heard nothing but amazing reviews on that skin tint for people that have oily skin, especially, which I have. And hopefully the shade match that I chose online matches me, because I don't got time to be coming back and exchanging it for another shade. That honestly took even less time than I thought, but I was so annoyed because I was about to take the Hourglass concealer because it wasn't a long line or whatever. And when I went to go pick this up, I told the girl, I was like, oh, like I made this order, but I want to go get the Hourglass concealer or whatever for the sale. And she was like, oh, you can only use the code one time. They should fucking say that before you make your purchase. But anyways, let's go home and actually continue packing. Now I can pack my makeup, skincare, hair, and accessories and all that good stuff. So I just got out the shower, I just washed my hair, and now I'm gonna do the last things that I have to do in order to be ready, which is my hair, my lashes, and my nails. I decided to go with press-on nails for my trip. I honestly just could not be bothered with paying $150 for my nails and waiting and being in the salon for 3 to 4 hours. I honestly was just not in the mood for that. I did my shift today, my last day at work for the week, and I got home. I got my dog ready. We took him to the dog sitter. I'm not gonna lie, I did shed a tear because he was crying when we dropped him off, and he was like pushing away from her, like trying to come back and leave with us. I felt so bad. Like, I feel like it's so different leaving a kid versus a dog, because kids understand, but like dogs have no idea what the fuck is going on. So I just felt so bad. I'm like, I hope he doesn't think that we like are abandoning him, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so after we dropped him off to the dog sitter, I passed by my aunt's house. She was kind enough to give me some food, some rice and lasagna for my son to have while, you know, I'm on my trip. And then we came back home, and I've just been cleaning and doing little things here and there. Our flight is in 6 hours, therefore we have 4 hours to get ready and to be at the airport. Luckily, we live like 10-15 minutes away from the airport, so pretty lucky on that side. I just need to finish getting dolled up, and then we are ready to go on our trip. I know this is horrible quality and the lighting is bad, but my son is sleeping and I don't want to wake him up, so I don't want to talk over there. It's currently 4 o'clock in the morning and I just finished getting everything done. So I just woke my fiance up and we are going to be leaving shortly. While he gets ready, let me tell you guys what could go wrong was going wrong in my self-maintenance. So I used purple shampoo for my like roots, and I don't know what happened, because usually when I use purple shampoo, like it just tones my hair. It never actually makes it gray or like purple. And when I'm blow drying my hair, I noticed that the most important part of my hair, which is my bangs, like my front pieces, I noticed that it was purple and like grayish. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? So I went on TikTok immediately to find out how I could fix this. If you've ever had this problem before where you use too much purple shampoo, what I did was Dawn dish soap, literally washed it with that, and then with the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, and it took it right off. Thank goodness. I was so scared because with the gray and like that weird purple undertone, obviously my hair did not match with the extensions. So I was like so scared. And then when I was doing my DIY lashes, something that takes me 3 minutes max for both eyes, it took me 45 minutes. It just, the glue did not want to stick. It was just not working in my favor. And then I go to the kitchen and I eat some cereal because I'm starving. And I realized I never cleaned the kitchen. So I had to clean the kitchen. Literally, I have not stopped. This is the first time I'm sitting down and relaxing since yesterday. I have not stopped moving since I got out of work. I don't even think I told you guys where we're going. So with that being said, I'm going to close out this vlog. I know I was a little bit of a hot mess, but that's honestly just my life. So it is what it is. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in El Salvador. Bye.